All right, so now we're down on the or up on the north property line, and this is the one that the Bridges family didn't own as part of their original property, and this isn't one they've maintained over the years. So the property line was kind of ill-defined and not really known. But I just came in to a little opening where the game seemed to have it trampled down fairly well, and I came in about 30 paces or whatever and found the old fence, the old barbed wire fence, using that tree as part of the fence. So that's a good marker for the property line. So that fence rolls into that tree, comes down, and then dives into that mess, which I'm not even going to attempt, at least definitely not today. But pretty cool that now at least there's a marker here, then a marker down on which would be the west side, where it then turns, makes a 90-degree and heads north again for quite a ways. But what I'm pretty stoked about is that big tree right there, which I assuming is a big oak tree. Looks like there's a few leaves left. Looks like a big oak tree. That's on our property. So I'm gonna walk over to it right now. Big old burl on the bottom of this thing. That is cool. Everybody, that is, I won't say what that looks like, but you can use your imagination. That is cool. Big old, that thing must be I don't know, 5 foot, 6 foot at the base here, and it's 50 feet off the property line. You can hear the tractor running. Tractor's sitting right there. But big old burl on the bottom of that thing. Look at that thing's massive. And everybody jokes, and I know me and my trees, but there the barbed wire picks up again. You can't probably see it in the video. It's like a 3-run barbed wire into the tree. The tree's probably consumed. The barbed wire's not too far into the tree. You can see how it's grown in there. So my assumption is there is a T-post potentially buried in the center of that tree, because like I said, as big as that tree is, for only to consume that barbed wire the last, looks like a couple inches, I would assume that tree was growing and there was a T-post there holding that barbed wire, I'm guessing. Oh, that's 4-strand. Yeah, there's 4-strand. But and then it goes off here to the west and into that thick, that looks like an original right there. That looks like an original. Yep, it is. You definitely can't see it on the video, but original fence post right there. Got the 4-strand barbed wire, so it's heads off to the east that direction. But pretty cool. Glad I found this. This was one of the, didn't worry me, but just one of my thoughts is where this property was and what was and wasn't on our property. But definitely stoked that this tree right here is on the property line, and then that grove of those little outcropping of trees up here is on our property too. So again, pretty cool. Okay, so back again. So I'm basically going west down the property line on the north border. Again, the border that no one really quite sure 100% where it where it fell, but about 100 yards or so up from where I took the other video with the tree with the burl, and walked in again from the fence line. You can see the tractor again about 30 paces or so. Again, there's a massive oak tree, as you can see right here. So I wanted to see kind of, there was a landmark in here, and sure enough, you can see the barbed wire going through that side and coming out the other side. So it looks like this was part of the fence line itself as well. In there, there's a post, a metal post. I mean, it's hard to see in the video. You can see it right there. Not sure what that was, why that's offset from this, what seems to be the fence line. But anyway, this looks like this is the tree as a marker to the property line, so which is good. Again, another marker, a big visual marker. But this tree is massive as well. You can see that limb there. That one needs to be, that one's rotten. This little offshoot right there, that'll come down. But this big old limb at some point probably will either touch the ground out there or snap off, because it's huge and there's nothing counterbalancing it on the other side. This tree's kind of lopsided, but again, this bad boy's, I don't know, that's at least 4 foot at the base. So I'm going to continue to go up the property line a little bit more. I'm looking up here, I'm looking over to the west, which is where I'm headed towards the road, which is the gate. There's another set of big trees up there. My guess is I'm going to walk up to that one if I can, and my guess is there's going to be a fence, barbed wire going through that one as well. So we'll pick it up when I get up there. So continuing again on the north property line to the west, to the road and the gate. Wasn't able to find the fence line on the big trees. There's some sweet gum and a couple big oaks between the last one and where I'm at now. You can see that got the tractor sitting out there. Couldn't find any remnants in anything up there, between whether it's just gone or it's in some heavy brush, and I couldn't find it. But came up a little bit further, it was in a little bit of an opening, and sure enough, now here I'm only about 10 feet, well, maybe 20 feet off because the property line kind of dips and dives. But there's the fence. Old tree, about gone, but you can see it. The old barbed wire went through there, and then onto that tree, which is dead as well, and on down. We're almost to the road. You can see the pasture over there. The road and the gate is right there, right down over in there. So we're almost to the property line here, so which is good. So I'll have a marker here, and then I guarantee I won't be able to get to it today, but the corner at the road, that's pretty heavily overgrown, but at least I got a marker here in the road. So at some point get in there with a brush hog or a box blade or something and find that corner down there. But at least we got a marker here with the fence, and again, give us some indication. So good deal. So this was one of the things I wanted to try to get done this weekend, was at least see if I could find this northern boundary. So looks like we accomplished that. So awesome. I'm going to talk to everybody later.